Welcome everybody to game 1 in our series between Skyfall and ICC TBD. Skyfall is our home team. I don't have a Patreon. I sub here if you want to give me money. But yeah, so TBT did win the coin flip, deciding to go for the map pick. Skyfall Arms. I'm gonna make that mistake a ton, and if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Skyfall banned out Sky Temple and Volskaya Foundry. ICC banned out Braxis Holdout and Alterac Pass, then deciding to take us to Infernal Shrines. Almost clicked the wrong button. Almost took us to the wrong scene. Tank's getting starved out already. We do have the Garrosh and the Joe ban, so not another Joe-less game today. I say another. That actually didn't end up happening. We didn't end up getting a Joe-less game. Not sure what this ban is here. May, so the tank starving is continuing. So we're likely going to see early tank picks. Zuljin will be banned out. Zuljin is not a tank. Hey, Xar! Been a while. How you doing, man? Just a reminder, since I don't have my friendly neighborhood mod to remind you all, there will be some gambling available for you guys. Feel free to use those channel points. Brightwing will be the first pick of our game 1. The ever adorable Brightwing. I'm a big fan of dragons. I've said that a few streams, but I'm a big fan of dragons. Vala is the first pick for the side of TBT. Followed by Anduin, a solid and very reliable healer. Kind of surprised we didn't see the tank pick. Like, with triple tank ban early on, I mean, I guess they might be trying to go reactive. Ragnaros will be hitting the battlefield just a little rag. And Varian, so we do have double bruiser for Skyfall. Interesting. Usually you'll see a taunt Varian kind of placed into that tank slot with a solid follow-up CC. Brightwing doesn't really have a solid follow-up CC, so it's interesting choice to run the taunt Varian, who's not a tank. Don't at me. I will fight you on this, and I will die on this hill. Tassadar and ETC are the next bans. Brightwing better? I mean, Brightwing's not a bad healer. I still feel like she's overhyped. Like, she's constantly getting banned out and stuff. Blaze gets locked in on our side for TBT. And Diablo. This is one of Diablo's better maps. Very solid tank pick. Tychus insta-lock in response to Diablo. To be fair, both Diablo and Blaze very large health pools. They do have a lot of healing, but Tychus can kind of chew through that healing a little faster than they can heal. And Gul'dan, so double sustain. Abraham game mode on PTR says Varian is a tank. Varian is not a tank! I will die on this hill! I will die on this hill! Even if they change it and he ends up, like, actually being considered a tank, I will die on this hill. Taunt Varian has never been a tank. Being a tank, having a solid CC does not a tank make. Junkrat is the final pick for our game 1. Right wing's better than Anduin because Anduin's screechy. I mean, to each their own. I'm not gonna pick between the two. Ready? Dying on hills aside. On the left side, we have Fangs on Tychus, Rono on Varian, Your Majesty on the Fire Lord, Token on Gul'dan, and Skychase on the ever-adorable Brightwing. For LTK-Skyfall, I forgot to put out the betting, so we'll do that now. On the right side, we have this guy on Vala, Phantoms on Mergablo, Rapid Penguin on the Junkrat, MG Doom on the Anduin, and Random Engineered on the Blaze. Why does the tank make mostly rubble? Yes! True! Very true. Make sure to gamble on your teams if you wish to do so. It is free and it is fun. A little bit of aggression coming through from To Be Determined. Potential for 4-man rotations. We do see Skyfall starting up their camp. It does look like we're going to see 4-man rotation for the most part. Skyfall a little behind on their rotation. Does not matter. Oh, engage from the Diablo. Tychus in quite a bit of danger there. Vala does take care of him. You guys keep telling me to turn stuff down. I don't think it's that loud, but I'll turn it down. Like, I feel like every stream someone's telling me to turn things down. Varian in a little bit of danger here, and he does get picked up. Bot camp getting picked up by ICC, taking some serious advantage of this pre-4 window when Varian is even less of a tank than he normally is. Diablo looking for a grab, grabs Tychus. Diving under the towers to do so. Not taking too much damage, though. Vala dropping a little bit. Taunt onto the Vala. Pull onto Diablo. Probably a misclick there. Trading 1 for 1. No problem, Hector. Offlane starting to do a bit of a rotation themselves. Taunt onto the Anduin. And Anduin does go down there. Honestly, kind of thought he was fine. But it would seem I was mistaken. Let it not be said that I'm not one to own up to my mistakes. First objective will be spawning momentarily. Both sides are kind of going straight there. Varian, very far away from his friends. Does get stunned, grabbed, knocked around, but is overall okay, aside from a mild concussion. Concussion's healed. Taunt on to the Junkrat in that backline there. No one able to step up enough to follow through. Gul'dan in quite a bit of danger. Does get stunned by the Blaze. Gets taken out there. Varian doing his best to peel. But unfortunately, not going to be enough to save Gul'dan. Will be enough to save the Brightwing, though. Kind of spazzing with the camera. Sorry, guys. Diablo does grab the Varian there. He's dropping very, very quickly, but Diablo is too fat. Varian cannot walk through that space, and does go down. Looks like first objective will be going into the hands of ICC. In a second. There we go. I was gonna say, any second now. I didn't think it would take that long. We don't have a solid opportunity to bait the Punisher on the side of Skyfall. Big mine onto the Gul'dan. Gul'dan does go down, completing his level 1 though. What does his level 1 do again? Oh yeah, radius increased. Leap onto both of those front lines. Will go down, no problem though. ICC doing very well here. Taunt onto the Junkrat. Again, no one really in range to follow up there. Done onto Tychus. Tychus dropping very, very quickly. And he does go down. So far, it is a bloodbath for Skyfall. You're gonna keep pushing through that top lane. Meanwhile, Skyfall will be trying to get some macro out there. Trying to put some pressure on the rest of the map while they slowly lose this fort. Not sure if it will fall. It'll probably fall. Just not quite yet. Camp invade does go through from Skyfall, increasing that pressure in that mid lane. ICC will rotate to answer it. And it does not, the top fort does not go down. 10 advantage is in play for ICC for a very short time here. Bruiser Camp picked up by Skyfall. Meanwhile, ICC will go ahead and pick up this bot siege camp. Very, very quickly. The camp burn on this team is absurdly high. Taunt does go on to the Vala. Interesting, Ragnaros took the Sulfurous Smash. Light Bomb doesn't find anyone, though. Pretty short cooldown. Tank Assault, not getting too much value there, but was able to burn that siege camp relatively uneventfully. Blaze will be answering that top lane. Taunt on to the Diablo. Diablo drops to about, a little under half health there. Man's hurting. Speaking of unusual ultimates, Gul'dan goes Rain of Fire. Try to get a little bit of siege there. Push party is found out. Interesting ult choices. You don't usually see Sulfurous, and you don't usually see the Rain of Memes. It's not so much the Rain of Memes anymore. It did get a solid buff a while back, and it is very much a relevant ultimate now. But even still, it's not as good as Horrify, I don't think. We'll have to see. Engage on to the Varian. Brightwing does show up. Yeah, no, double unusual ult choice. Interesting to say the least. Skyfall probably trying to wait on some ult DDs before initiating the fight proper. Difficult to step up into the Junkrat, though. And they don't have a whole lot of time left. This objective's gonna be over any second. Varian does try to bully them out there. Stun onto 2. Riptire does go out. Sulfurous onto the Junkrat. He's quite low, but overall okay. Light Bomb goes out. Not enough to save the Diablo. He will be back very soon, though. Ragnaros keeping up the aggression under that fort. Gul'dan very, very low here. He does have minions to eat, though. Bunker does go down, but it's not going to be enough to save the Blaze. 5 little Shrine Monkeys is all that ICC needs to finish out this objective, and they can probably get it via poking. To be fair, their DPS are down, so it's quite risky for them to do so. So we might see the objective go in favor of Skyfall. In fact, it will go in favor of Skyfall. It is a Frozen Punisher. This fort is absolutely dead here. Like, there's no hope you save this. Nice taunt onto the Vala, following up the leap from the Punisher. Varian trying to keep the aggression up. Here it goes. Rag might trade it. No, they're just gonna push normal. Actually, it might still be on CD, actually. Leap comes through onto the Diablo. Sulfurous right behind it. Tons of damage onto the Diablo there. And here comes the Rain of Fire. Front wall does go down. Frozen Punisher, I was going to say, should probably shut this down pretty soon. Keep going down real quick. Lots of pings onto it. And there it goes. Keep does go down. That is a major win for Skyfall, completely undoing basically everything that was happening in that early game. Light Bomb does make sure Gul'dan goes down there. Tychus might die trying to save him. Yep, and there he goes. Don't save a sinking ship. Should leave the Gul'dan to die. Nobody likes Gul'dan. Gul'dan doesn't even like Gul'dan. Counter Siege does go through here. Ragnaros does pop his trait, trying to bully them away from the fort, and looks like he will do so. Meanwhile, mid lane will start to get sieged in here. They're just going across the map, taking out front walls, and moving on to the next. They might go for this fort. I don't have 16 advantage for too long. No, they're just kind of playing it safe now. Took out a bunch of front walls, and now they're just chilling. Just chilling. The overall looks like normal builds from what I know of various heroes. Nothing too much of note. Ragnaros is continuing to lane. Both sides pick up their bruiser camps here. Skyfall in position to pick up their siege, and it looks like they might actually be going for the invade. No, they're going to go for the neutral siege in that bot lane. Ragnaros quite alone in the top lane there. Thanks, Vayne. I was just about to do that. Big Sulfurous onto the end when Light Bomb, though, does go out. Not enough to save him. Meanwhile, camps being picked up by Skyfall while I am a little too slow to handle the moderation stuff. Two are down on the side of ICC. Oh, Gul'dan gets picked up in that bot lane, just being a tad too aggressive. Meanwhile, Rag trying to get himself out of danger. Pretty big shield, but I don't think it'll be enough to save him. Getting picked up by the tanks and bullied quite a bit. He does take out Junkrat, though. bought a fair amount of time. Stayed alive through quite a bit. And I should probably just add .com to the auto mod, honestly. Blaze rotating quite aggressively here. Varian also being aggressive, doesn't have enough to follow up on him. Punisher getting quite a bit of damage through. Blaze does pop the bunker. He's not dead yet. Now he's dead. Leap onto the Anduin. He was just a little too far out. Probably gonna get punched to death. Nope, it backs off. Diablo does go down, but does have his souls, so he will be back momentarily. Absolutely, Hector. Absolutely solid move by the Blaze. Leap should be available for the Punisher. There it is. All good, Carly. Glad to have you back. The Rain of Fire does fall across this keep here. Not getting too much value, though. Yeah, no, Skyfall's in a really good spot here. They're actually probably going to take this fort. They do have 20 advantage. The banner hate. That fort wanted that banner did. Gul'dan trying to keep up the aggression here. Team doesn't seem to agree with that decision, though. He did still take circle. Interesting, Rag took submerge. I'm trying to remember what the ult upgrade does for Sulfuras. I think it's like a massive CDR. I probably would have gone with heroic difficulty, personally. Map pressure does continue. Varian staying very far from his team. Trying to be the most intimidating King of Stormwind he can. 20's now available for both teams, meaning the next fight likely will decide this game. And it looks like it's going to be over ICC's Bruiser camp here. Taunt does go onto the Diablo. Nice pull out of the Sulfuras. Not getting any value there. Solid APOC. Submerge does keep the Ragnaros safe there. Nobody is dead yet. Almost all ults have been popped. Diablo goes down a little far from the rest of the fight. Varian will trade with him. Vala goes down as well. 2 for 1. 3 for 1. That might end up just being game there. Even if it doesn't end up being in this moment, that is a long time that Skyfall has full control over this map. And they can just absolutely wield this weapon. Keep goes down in the mid lane, or will go down to the dots. There it goes. Top lane does continue to push. Looks like Skyfall are going to go ahead and pick up their Bruiser so that it is pushing during the objective, putting a ton of pressure on the keep. You know, also bot lane. So the side of ICC are going to very much be on a clock for this objective. Right wing starts the objective. Blaze keeping an eye on what's going on. Everybody's starting to rotate in. All Skyfall has to do is stall, though. APOC comes out as the Riptire Light Bomb goes out. Submerge keeping the Ragnaros alive yet again, but not for long. Maybe? Sulfuras goes out. Bunker saves the Diablo from it. Yeah, no, I'm not. Does not sound too great, Hector. Blaze is staying alive right now. They've got to fall back pretty soon, though. Nobody's dead. Frozen Punisher will be pushing onto the core. Vala goes down. That's a lot of the Punisher damage off of the board here. Blaze trying to mitigate the bot lane siege as much as he can. Hop continues to push through. Vala apparently DC'd there. Here comes the Punisher. Riptire comes out. They're trying their best, but that core going down fast. Rip indeed. And we will be off to our game 2. Yeah, no pause was called. I think it was right as she was dying. Welcome everybody to game 2 in our series between Skyfall and LTK-Skyfall and ICC TBD. TBT did win the coin flip, deciding to go for map pick. Skyfall banned out Sky Temple and Velskaya Foundry. Not a fan of Sky, despite having Sky in their name. ICC then banned out Brexis Holdout and Alterac Pass. They then pick Infernal Shrines to go to, where Skyfall won. And so they once again go for the map pick, taking us to Tomb of the Spider Queen for game number 2. Again, the tank starving starts us off right away. Nobody's a fan of tanks today. I guess that's why they played Varian, because Varian's not a tank. Again, I will die on this hill. I will do a video explaining it or something at some point. Blaze gets banned out here. Do we see the 4th frontline ban? Not necessarily tank, because Blaze is not a tank. Blaze is more of a tank than Varian, though. Like, I'll be honest, Blaze is far more tank than Varian is. And Ragnaros is banned out. Junkrat is our first pick for our game 2 here. Let's see. I feel like they've got to pick up a tank here. Like, with all the tank starving and stuff. No, Hanzo and Dehaka are the first picks for ICC. So they are just completely fine with the tank starve. Each their own, I suppose. Let's see. Rhaegar. Rhaegar's a solid healer. Good to have him around. Also, solid skin. Arthas. Now, Arthas is one that can work as either a tank or a bruiser. Usually, you see him drafted in the bruiser slot, so it'll be interesting to see if that remains the case here. But he can tank, and he can tank pretty well, too. In this team, maybe not, because Hanzo can kind of just outrange him, and Dehaka can just ignore him. Greymane is banned out by ICC. Solid sustained DPS with a solid amount of burst potential there. Both teams seem to be big fans of lots of sustained damage dealers, so it makes sense to ban out ones you don't want to deal with. And Vala is also banned out. Let's see. They may hold tank here. to respond to whatever their opponent does, unless they have a better option to hold. They could Dibbles again. This isn't his best map. Kel'Thos and Stukov. Deadly circles on the ground. Not fun for anyone. Aside from the people placing said deadly circles. Death is apparently beyond our reach as Malthael is the bruiser picked up for Skyfall and Tychus as well. So what will be the tank to round it out? Ladies and gentlemen, place your bets. I was kidding. Just pick. Go forth. Pick. Show us your tank. Good sir. And or madam. Tank. That is a tank. Muradin will round out our drafting here. Solid tank, lots of ground control, and works really well with these, with this draft. I'm a big fan. All right, everybody, welcome to the battlefield. On our left side, we have LTK-Skyfall with Rono on Arthas, Skychase on Rhaegar, Skyflare on the Junkrat, Torkin on Tychus, and Your Majesty on the Archangel of Death. On the right side, we have ICC TBD with Phantoms on Muradin, this guy on Hanzo, Rapid Penguin on the Kel'Thos, MG Doom on Stukov, and a random engineer on a random lizard. Taka trying to be a little aggressive here, gets a solid tongue on to the Arthas. Not much else happening here, though. Both sides keeping up a decent amount of aggression. Both sides picking up their gems. Actually, blue team only picking up one. That's unfortunate. Not super important, but still unfortunate. Arthas taking quite a bit of damage. He does kind of rely on his 7 for survivability, no matter what 7 he takes. Solid route onto the Muradin. He does have his leap, though. Skyfall starting out real strong here, despite being down a couple gems. Engage from the Dahaka. Solid tongue. Even better cleanse, though. That's a lot of damage, though, and Tychus does fall. Good amount of gems for ICC. Turning around this really strong start from Skyfall into their advantage. That was a very solid kill. Actually, 2 solid kills. I didn't realize Arthas went down in there, too. Skyflare dropping real quick. KT does secure that kill. Nicely done by the KT. So far, this Kel'Thos being an absolute menace to their opponents. Gems are picked up by Torkin. Oh my... Holy CC, Batman! Torkin does go down. Again, another really solid early kill for ICC. These keep happening. This is gonna be a real short game 2 and a real quick path into game 3. Gems are not able to be picked up by Skyfall there. Yeah, Murder Squad indeed. It's still early, so death timers are real short. Turn-in is available for ICC. Again! Aggression is coming through from Skyfall as they know that their opponents do have Turn-in. Arthas does go down. Stun onto the Junkrat, taking a ton of damage there. He's overall okay, though. Stun onto Tychus. Follow-up stun onto Tychus. I thought it was actually somehow going to get out of there. Junkrat and Tychus go down yet again. Absolute bloodbath as 7 advantage is in play for ICC. They are just walking over this map and just painting it in blood. Web Weavers do hit the lanes here. Looks like the top lane will be the focus. Muradin trying to bother behind the wall there. Bot will be cleared relatively free. Big silence onto the Rhaegar. Big stun onto the Rhaegar. And Rhaegar goes down yet again. I'm assuming Grizzo is absolutely losing their mind right now as the bloodbath continues. Turn-in will be available real soon for Skyfall. They've got to try and find a way to turn this game around. Turn-in available. Likely gonna see a fight soon. Tahaka sees them. Turn-in from the Malthael. Hanzo continuing to poke here. Nicely played by the Hanzo. I was gonna say, who was the last few gems? I didn't see Arthas had any. Mid camp picked up by ICC should help mitigate these blue web weavers. It will be hitting the lane real soon. Yeah, the mid camp gonna do some serious mitigating of this objective, and the web weavers do hit the lanes here. It is already going down due to the camp as well as the minions. Top lane also being answered relatively quickly by our red team here. What are those minions doing? I'm confused. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but those minions were being weird. 10 advantage is in play for ICC. Hanzo Arrow does come through. Big tongue on to the Tychus. Cleanse comes through. Junkrat does go down on the upper end of this lane. Phoenix goes out. Ends are available for both teams now. Last rights onto the Muradin. He does go down, but so does the Angel of Death. Turn-in once again available for ICC. 10-1 kill count. This is just an absolute bloodbath. Skyfall has to find a way to turn this game around. Because this keeps going at this rate. Once those death timers start stacking up, which won't be too long from now, there won't be anything left in this game. Red team looking for the turn-in. Malthael sees it in the top lane. Gets picked up, though. Absolutely blown to smithereens by the Fire Mage. Junkrat in a lot of danger now. Junkrat also going down. Good stun from the Stukov, and even better tongue from the Dahaka. That is a 3-kill, or triple kill, in favor of ICC. Turn-in does get completed there. Top fort is very, very dead. Gonna be hitting the lane real soon. Malthael engages. Blast rights onto the Hanzo. Not enough to take him out, though. Oh, no, it is enough to take him out. I don't think he got the stack from it, though. Stukov also going down. Well played by Skyfall. Very nicely done. But that they still have these web weavers to worry about. They can't really take advantage of the kills they got. Mid lane is getting taken care of. Malthael gets picked up in the rotation. Oh my word. Forget, does Phoenix, like, do extra damage if it hits anyone? Yeah, it deals damage along the way. The other side has turn-in available. Both sides have access to their 13s. Junkrat gets picked up there. Just a little too aggressive with his rotation. I don't think he's realized they were all there until it was too late. He also got a map clicked. Mid fort in quite a bit of danger here. Malthael engages. Grabs heal denial. Big silence. Malthael doesn't have a way out of that. He does go down. Murden jumps out of danger there. Meanwhile, Dahaka keeping up the aggression. Silences and annihilates the Tychus there. There goes the Arthas as well. And all those gems just gone. Skyfall in a serious amount of danger in this game here. This might be boss turn. Ladies and gentlemen, unless there's a minor miracle for Skyfall, we might just be heading to a game 3. Where's the rest of those gems? Oh, Dahaka. Stun on to the Junkrat, and he does get picked up. I thought he was kind of safe there. He thought he was kind of safe there. We were both very, very wrong. Stun comes through. Oh my word. Massive combos on to the heroes on Skyfall here. Boss getting quite a bit of danger, and the web weavers haven't even landed in lane yet. Some of them are just landing now. Serious pickup on the Arthas there. Stukov arm just getting so much value so far. Here comes the Junkrat. He's dead. He's very dead. I have never seen a Stukov more dead. Malthael doing the best he can in that back line. Not able to stay alive long enough. It is a 1-for-2 trade so far. But they can't chase this. They have to deal with the rest of this map right now. They are being answered relatively quickly. Front walls on both keeps are gone. I'm honestly not sure how Skyfall can really turn this around. They have basically no gems right now. Lanes are all pushed up. Like, I guess they just try and play defensively and hope that they see a good opportunity to turn this game. Both sides are at 16s. They do probably want to try and force a fight sometime soon. That's probably how they win, pull this off. Is a nice win pre-20. This camp's still up. They don't really want to fight under it. Malthael does, but no one else does. Big stun onto the Arthas there. Ancestral comes out. Malthael keeping up the aggression, does get stunned. Avatar just soaking up so much damage here. Last Rites goes out. And so does Muradin. Big pickup by Skyfall. Hanzo very much in danger, but does jump himself out of danger. Rhaegar goes down, followed by the Malthael, and Arthas might just be next here. He does get shoved. Stukov pretty low, but overall okay. Junkrat is the next to fall. Route on to the Kalthoth. Don't think they can end here. That was a solid win for ICC, but they're pretty low on resources. They probably just try and take this keep. I don't think they try and push for game. They do have 20 advantage. Phoenix goes out. Keep going down real quick. Basically, everyone is back up for Skyfall. Does look like ICC are going to go ahead and back off and just kind of try and reset. Clear up what bits of the map they need to clear up. Probably pick up camps. They do have 20s, so they do probably want to fight pretty soon. But they can decide when they want to take this fight. Skyfall have basically no say in when the next fight happens. Looks like ICC are looking for the fight here. I'm staying ready to respond when this fight starts. Here's the siege camp. Legas drops his ultimate. It's dropping real quick. Does go down. Big tongue onto the Junkrat there. Junkrat trade getting some value though. Rhaegar does go down as well. That is a 2-for-0 trade so far. Malthael looking for an opportunity to engage. He does go in, but he's not going to be able to get out, and does go down. Big silence from the Dahaka. Heals himself up with his essence. And Arthas stands alone, the only defender of the core. And it's looking more and more like we're going to be off to a Game 3. This core dropping insanely fast. Arthas pops the ghouls, but it's not going to be enough. And he does lose the core. I was going to say he goes down, but he doesn't go down. Nicely done, ICC. Very nicely played. Very, very nicely played. There we go. Does not look like we need to run another ad, so let's get ourselves back in here. Run some behind the scenes stuff. There we go. Ooh, Skyfall was favored by the bet here. Very nicely done. Big win for our fan of ICC. And big loss for Carly. Someone else also bet in... Carly, be nice! Be nice! That's not for me. I said be nice. I know you lost points, but be nice. We are off to a game 3, though. Setting up the prediction. Gotta be some clever. All right, that's ready to launch. Oh, come on! You can't make me want to vote for one of the teams. See, now I want to see that, like, who doesn't want to see people propose? Like, you're making me want to cheer for a specific team, and I need to not. I need to be neutral. Neutral. Very fun, though. Oh, shoot, I forgot to pause the recording. Welcome, everybody, to our third and final game between LTK-Skyfall and ICC TBD. ICC did, in fact, win the coin flip and banned out Brax's Holdout and Alterac Pass while deciding to go for map pick. Skyfall then banned out the Sky Temple, as well as... There we go. Bugged out there for a second. Banned out Sky Temple as well as Volskaya. ICC takes us to Infernal Shrines, which they lost. They then take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen, which they won in a fantastic and spectacular manner. Skyfall then takes us to Battlefield of Eternity for our third and final game. Where that could go? Gotcha. Thanks, King Andrew. Explains how I missed it. Bands. Yes. I knew I was forgetting something. We do see the Stukov, Vala, Yarosh, and the Zul'jin bands. Johanna's still on table. Anduin is the first pick for our game number 3 here. We have so few game 3s here. I just feel like we have like one game 3 every month. I say that, but I've only really been consistently casting for like a month. Reinar and Li Ming will be both DPS picks for Skyfall, locked in right away. Hey, first time chatter, welcome. And there's the Johanna I was just talking about, as well as a Hanzo getting locked in here. Not sure what the ban is. They're not sure what the ban is. Falstad! So we will not see anyone feeding a griffin today. My light sensitivity is starting to bother me. I can't turn off my light, otherwise I'll be all dark and depressing. We'll turn it off after my cam goes away. That helps a little bit. And that light doesn't affect too much. Varian is banned out here. Makes sense. Smash is abusive for the race because you just, like, double your entire team's damage. Not really, but enough. Huh, I was thinking Artanis. I was just about to say Artanis. But Brightwing and Arthas will be locked in for Skyfall. Arthas is an interesting choice here. Honestly, not sure why. It's an interesting choice. I might be missing something. I have been known to do that. Murden and Thrall will be the next locked in and final locked in for the side of ICC. I just realized, double bruiser. To be fair, Thrall is a high damage, low survivability bruiser, so it might work out okay. He's also got a fair amount of race. And Imperius is the final choice for this evening. This is an interesting draft on both sides. It'll be really interesting to see how it plays out. Very interesting. Welcome everybody to Battlefield of Eternity. On our left side, we have LTK-Skyfall with Skychase on Brightwing, Rono on Arthas, Your Majesty on Imperius, Fangs on Jim Laner, and Torkin on Li Ming, who seems to be taking a nap. On the right side, we have ICC TBD with this guy on Hanzo, Rapid Penguin on Thrall, MG Doom on Anduin, Phantom on the Murden, and Random Engineer on the Random Crusader. Interesting. Both sides have sent a atypical offlaner to the offlane. Alright, I don't know why the music didn't turn on. A bit of aggression coming out already. Brightwing teleported up top. Thrall also was up there. I did not realize Thrall headed up there. Place your bets, guys! I see a few points out on the betting already. Oh, that's unfortunate. Raynor gets picked up in that top lane. Someone else has got to rotate up there, or else that's a fair amount of soak that will be lost. It looks like Imperius is on deck to do so. Probably about time he does anyway, because you likely will see Raynor going for the camps here. It is interesting to see block talents being picked up. Bot camp being picked up by Skyfall. Looks like they're going to continue the 3-2 setup for the time being. Maybe not, though. ICC are picking up their bruiser camp. Should be done pretty soon. It's a little early to pick it up, though. Kind of want that pushing during the objective. Camp getting started out by Skyfall. And here we go. Bruiser Camp will be hitting the lane real soon. Arthur's trying to mitigate that bottom pressure as best he can, but he's quite outnumbered. Meanwhile, top lane needs to be answered. Again, Diablo Bruiser Camps can and will push basically indefinitely. They are also referred to as Summoner Camps for that very reason.
I shall purge your evil from this land.
Looks like bot camp is being left to its own devices. Oh no, Brightwing in a ton of danger, and she goes flying and not in the way she intends. Spear comes through from Your Majesty. They're all dropping pretty quick. Oh, this doesn't go in, taking a lot of damage, eating the stun from the Immortal. And he goes down as Hanzo catches him in the middle of that rotation. Bot camp does end up getting killed. Raynor trying to stay alive. Unsuccessfully. Meanwhile, Hanzo is continuing on the race. This looks like Skyfall are just going to try and deal as much damage to their Immortal as they can. And it will be going bot lane. Imperius goes off to his own lane to continue doing off-lane shenanigans. Apologies if I'm more quiet. I'm kind of starting to fade, honestly. Big stun onto the Raynor there. He's just getting rooted constantly. Dude cannot move. Shield is broken on the Immortal. Tons of damage onto him, though. Or tons of damage continuing to go onto him. Brightwing manages to get herself out of danger there. Big root onto the Anduin, followed by a Polymorph. Trying to stay on top of the Penguin. Arthur's trying to stay aggressive. He's dropping real quick, though. Arthur's build is interesting. Seen a few people take it, and I'm not a huge fan of it. But it does also include a block talent, and I don't like block talents. Camp does get started by ICC in the bot lane. Doesn't look like they're actually going to go for it, though. There's something different about it, isn't it? No, it's just block. One level advantage is in play for ICC. Skyfall do start their Bruiser Camp. Might be a little late to the objective here. But again, these camps just get so much value. Halftime will be secured by ICC. A little bit of damage onto the Red Immortal. 10 advantage is in play for ICC. As Immortal dropping real quick. Arthas trying to mitigate it as best he can. Big stun. Light Bomb does come through. Icebound keeping Arthas unstunned. Big Sunder. Imperius dropping real quick and does go down. Huge shield on the Immortal. Meanwhile, bot lane is being answered by the Johanna. Ten advantage has been lost. Skyfall does have their own 10s now. Stun on to Arthas. He does pop his ghouls. Oh, they actually have a lot more health than I thought. I kind of assumed they'd just blow up to the Immortal swipes there. Immortal, though, dropping real quick. Fort doesn't even go down, despite it being an 8-minute Immortal here. Big root onto the Anduin. Imperius continues to push through that bot lane. Looks like he might secure this fort. Yeah, no, he's got that. Despite having lost both objectives, Skyfall claims the first fort. And Carly cheers loudly. Top lane siege does continue. Li Ming can just siege from a million miles away, practically. Top camp secured by Skyfall. Meanwhile, Imperius soaking the bot lane and kind of dueling with the Johanna there. Looks like Raynor is rotating down to support. Bruiser camp picked up by ICC. Ming has so much mana. How's she recovering mana? Oh, unfortunate Brightwing gets picked up in that top lane. And the second fort of the game goes in favor of ICC. This camp does need to be dealt with still. Race is about even at the moment. Never mind, ICC pulls ahead. Halftime secured by ICC. Likely gonna see a fight in a second. Skyfall absolutely wants to go aggressive here. Actually, no, they're falling back. Engage from the Muradin. Light Bomb only finds one. Icebound Fortitude keeping him unstunned, though. Hanzo arrow onto the Ming. Ming teleports out of the danger. Avatar dropping real quick. Arthas trying to stay afloat as best he can, but he does go down. Big spear from the Imperius. He pops his armaments. Johanna goes down in exchange for the Arthas there. Thrall does manage to root out from this spear, keeping himself from getting impaled. But overall, the fight was won by Skyfall, and they're going to continue to attack this Immortal. Imperius trying to zone as best he can, but he is just burning fast there, and he does go down. Arthas will be back momentarily. Joe a little ways out still. Oh, Ming got to the red Immortal here, and it's burning quite a bit faster than the blue here. You might just sneak it through. And she does! First objective 1 for Skyfall will be going into that top lane. Raynor does go down. Arthas trying to get himself out of danger, but he also goes down. No one really available to push with this Immortal, but it will still be pushing into that top lane, and bot lane pressure continues to build. So at the bare minimum, it is going to, this Immortal is going to completely shut down the pressure that was building on the side of, or for the side of ICC. And there it does. Exactly how I described. Pressure is mitigated there. Fort down to little bit. Call it 3/5. I don't know. Bruiser Camp being picked up by Skyfall. Meanwhile, it looks like both sides are going to be grabbing siege camps in the lanes that they already have advantage in. What is that talent? Ah, nice. Don't think I've ever seen that icon, honestly. Siege camp being answered in that top lane. Double camp still pushing through that bot lane, but it is being answered. Looks like Joe is trying to be available to respond to anything threatening happening in the top lane. 16 advantage is in play for ICC. How did you guys finish before us? Thanks for the raid. Good to have you, Rekka. And Raiders. We are on the tail end of our game 3. Bot lane still pushing by Skyfall. Camp invade on the menu. Bruiser Camp is about to go down. Light Bomb goes through. Big knock off of that from the Sundering. Brightwing in a ton of danger. Arthas in even more. Arthas goes down. Imperious goes down. Brightwing's probably next. And in fact, she is. They saw the invade and they were full of bloodlust. Heroic Tiff doesn't mess around. Fair. Very fair. I've cast both the teams that you were casting, and they're both really solid. We also had a few delays in our game. Merton really wants this Raynor. Not sure he's going to get him, though. Nope. Halftime does get secured by ICC. This might just be a full health Immortal pushing. It's a scary proposition. Imperious engages very on his own. Pops the armament's shield, but just destroyed instantly. Light Bomb onto everyone. Thunder onto everyone. 3-for-0 trade, and Hanzo is looking for more. Absolutely brutal fight there. This is a full health Immortal pushing down through this bot lane with basically no one to stop it right now. By the time it gets through the fort, probably there will be people to stop it.
The demon approaches the gates of heaven.
So real close to 20 advantage. Brightwing goes down there, eating all of the abilities, unable to move at all. Looks like Raynor is going to get the same treatment with that Light Bomb, and it does go down. Thank you, Vane. Yes, reminder that you can vote for play of the game. Sieging does continue. Shield has yet to be broken. 20 advantage is in play for ICC. Imperius trying to get a pick here, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to. Instead, he's the one picked, and he does go down. Arthas dropping real quick. Does go down as well. The ghouls trying to avenge their master. There's still a lot of health in this Immortal. Core down to 60%. Light Bomb goes through. And Core goes down. But yeah, like, just... And then the second game, oh my word. You guys were just paving the map in blood.
Yeah, a lot of it came down to, with that first match, we just kept displacing them with either a Diablo charge or a flip or a Junkrat mine, and then that sort of messed up our comms, and we just lacked the focus. So we said, you know,
that's fair.
Let's just do whatever our bread and butter is, and just
that's real
see what
solid.
happens.
Like, recognizing that and adjusting to that, that's a real solid thing to see in a team. Like, we're just like, all right, we can't do this. This isn't our strength. This is very much a weakness. We're not playing with this. So yeah, solid job recognizing that and adjusting to it. But yeah, like I said, game 2, you guys were just getting pick after pick after pick after pick, and like, it's just impossible to come back from that.
Yeah, no, and luckily both of the maps play to our strengths. And
so you guys went for a map pick. Both opportunities you guys had to go for it. So it seemed like you guys were really comfortable on those maps. You played them very, very well, and like, you really used the small size of Tomb of the Spider Queen to your advantage. Like, they either had to play insanely safe, be telepaths, or die, and they got the third one. Because you guys just showed up and took them out.
Luckily, yeah, and I'm super happy we were able to turn it around. We had like great communications afterwards, and we just went with our game plan.
Oh, you guys got anything interesting cooking for playoffs? Don't need to detail it or anything. I'm just curious.
Yeah, well, I guess you could say there's three little guys that might be helping us out.
Oh no! Oh no! I've seen good people play what I think you're talking about, and it is terrifying in the right hands. Either that or you're memeing. Either way.
No, definitely memeing. None of us. We're all like old men right now, so none of us have the dexterity for it, and two, or you know, we're a little too tired to pay attention to the screen that much.
Nah, that's fair. That's very fair. But yeah, still really, really cool to see you guys show that you guys definitely deserve to be in the playoffs and earn a higher seed. 8 seed is definitely a lot worse than 7 seed, because at least you get to auto win the coin flip once, which is beneficial. So like, yeah, no, I mean, definitely a solid win for you guys. I don't really have anything else to talk about. Like, that was a lot of the games I've been casting lately are really just both teams played really well, one team just played a little better, and you guys played to your strengths of being aggressive and getting kills left, right, and center, and it worked out. So again, both teams played well. You guys played a little better.
Yeah, and I guess shout out to Rano. I know we were having difficulties scheduling this match, and I'm grateful that they were able to be as flexible as they are. And of course, I'll have to be watching the cast later, but shout out to Shadanis for, if I'm saying that correctly,
Close enough.
for the I'm sure it's a great cast. And of course the whole TBD crew. But yeah,
Well, like I said, nicely done, and good luck in the playoffs.
all right, thank you.
Stay around.
Take care.
So, the game went significantly longer than I thought, so I'm going to be moving you guys to the... Actually, do they have a startup timer? Because if they have a startup timer, I can send you guys over right now. They do not have a startup timer. Frick. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw you guys over to my... Well, first of all, thanks for watching. Farewell to my recording side.